next part. And this is readings, all of which were chosen by Nick himself. He asked me specifically for these. I took brief notes, handwritten notes, and then I went away for a week to Scotland. And when I came back, I couldn't remember anything. I could hardly read my notes. But I think I've got his reasonings for these readings. So we'll start with the first one, which, as you see from the programme we've prepared, is Dulce et Decorum Est by Wilfred Owen. Now this is a serious one. I am not quite clear as to why he chose it. I think he possibly chose it because he wanted to show us that he did, even though he was a real fun lover, he did look at the serious side of life. He spoke to me about something about Kipling's Gunga Din, about the water carrier, and I couldn't put the two together. Basically, his idea was the arrogance of men, man's inhumanity to man, war, and what it is all about. And this reading is a very serious one. It's not one I would have chosen, but it was Nick's choice. And it's going to be read by his nephew, my son, Ivan. And it's a difficult one to read.
Dulce et decorum est. Bent double, like old beggars under sacks. Knock-kneed, coughing like hags, we cursed through sludge, till on the haunting flares we turned our backs, and towards our distant rest began to trudge. Men marched asleep. Many had lost their boots, but limped on, bloodshot. All went lame, all blind, drunk with fatigue, deaf even to the hoots of disappointed shells that dropped behind. Gas, gas, quick boys, an ecstasy of fumbling, fitting the clumsy helmets just in time. But someone still was yelling out and stumbling and floundering like a man in fire or lime. Dim through the misty panes and thick green light, as under a green sea, I saw him drowning. In all my dreams, before my helpless sight, he plunges at me, guttering, choking, drowning. If in some smothering dreams you could pace behind the wagon that we flung him in, and watch the white eyes writhing in his face, his hanging face, like a devil sick of sin. If you could hear, at every jolt, the blood come gargling from the froth-corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as the cud, of vile incurable sores on innocent tongues. My friend, you would not tell them with such high zest, to children ardent for some desperate glory. The old lie, dulce et decorum est pro patria more.
Thank you, Ivan. That was very, very well read. A very difficult piece to read. Now, from here on, things are lighter. And the next item is of particular importance to Nick and his late wife, Catherine, and the Strong family. It's a piece which is going to be read by Stephen Strong, Nick's brother-in-law. And it was written by Catherine when Nick and Catherine were at Dundairy Lodge. It gives us a flavour of Catherine's feelings of what this earth can produce, which can never be surpassed by man's technological achievements. This earth's bounties in the production of food were so important at Dundairy Lodge. Everything was fresh, from the land and from the sea. It gave Nick great joy, as it did Catherine, to please their customers with nothing but the finest fresh fruit, if possible, in season from their garden. If not, they searched for it. As I've already referred to, they were the first to achieve a Michelin star here in Ireland in 1886, which they held until Catherine became ill and they had to sell Dundairy Lodge. When they attained that achievement, they were asked to appear by Gay Byrne on the Late Late Show. And there is a video of that. It runs about 20 or 25 minutes and is very interesting. And for those who would wish to see it, it is going to be shown here in the Yacht Club as we go to the crematorium. It also, anybody who wants the link to it can be given to them and they can watch it at home as they wish. But it shows you how Catherine and Nick were so devoted to what they were doing and what they were producing and why they were so successful. So I'll ask Stephen, if he would, to come up and read this.
Thank you, Andrew. The Taste of Summer by Catherine Healy. Summer is surely the one season above all that demonstrates how rich a harvest nature can offer. The immense profusion of fruit and vegetables and herbs that become available and are at their peak in this the most abundant seasons is clear evidence of nature's wonderful bounty. At no other time of year can one see such a myriad of colours and smell such powerful scents, from the rich, deep, lush red of ripe tomatoes to the delicate and tender green of young, broad beans straight from the pod. The jaunty orange of baby carrots contrasts vividly with the pure, bright green of freshly podded peas. What can give one more pleasure than to eat a ripe strawberry that is still warm from the sun, or taste the crisp sharpness of a newly pulled radish? The scent of summer herbs is so tangible that one can almost feel it, the powerful heady aroma of basil, or the almost cloying scent of crushed coriander leaves. To walk through a garden on a summer's evening with air heavy with the scent of lavender and sweet pea, and to see the unending shades of green in a bed of mixed salads and herbs, to watch a ladybird clinging to a leaf, or to see the total perfection of a newly opened flower, must indeed make one realize that nature will always be the final arbitrator, and that man, with all his technology, can never hope to compete with nature. We must learn to live in harmony with nature, not try to exploit it. Hopefully by doing so, more and more people will learn to appreciate the vast storehouse that nature can bestow upon us.
Thank you, Stephen. That just shows you what Catherine's feelings were